The James Webb Space Telescope has made an interesting yet terrifying discovery. Multiple city lights have been spotted on the dark side of Proxima B, drawing the attention of scientists. These artificial lights could mean that there might be a civilization just like us, waiting to be discovered. Considering the fact that the Milky Way has at least 100 billion planets, the chances for us to be alone in our galaxy, let alone the entire universe, are dropping drastically, right? Well, that might not necessarily be the case. Starting from the idea that extraterrestrial life exists, we may not realize that there are a lot of factors to consider. We assume that they have much better technology and they are most likely more advanced than we are, but that is not really the case. The Fermi paradox states that intelligent beings, if there are any, would have visited us already. But the Fermi paradox could be cancelled, as maybe there are alien civilizations that are inferior to us, from technology to anatomy. Proxima B is an exoplanet that has been discovered on the 24th of August 2016. It is the closest exoplanet to our solar system, being only 4.24 light years away from us. Scientists claim that the planet lies within the habitable zone of its star, Proxima Centauri. However, we don't know yet if it has an atmosphere or not. But scientists tend to believe that there might be an alien civilization out there, because of the artificial lights that have been observed by JWST, and this is one characteristic that makes this exoplanet different than the ones that we have discovered so far. This can probably be one of the toughest challenges scientists came across, but thankfully, James Webb Telescope is going to make their road less bumpy. Proxima B is one of Webb's current priorities, as scientists are getting more and more curious about alien civilizations. Let's better understand what makes a planet habitable. The ability of a planet to support life depends on a complex set of interactions between the planet, the system it belongs to, and the star it orbits. The standard definition of a habitable planet is the ability to sustain life for a significant amount of time. This requires the planet to be able to hold liquid water on its surface, meaning that the temperature should be moderate, just like our atmosphere's temperature. This also implies that the planet's composition should be rocky, just like Earth, and not gas-rich like Jupiter. Otherwise, it won't be able to sustain life. At least not the life we are aware of. Scientists believe that Proxima B's habitable zone might have liquid water on its surface, as well as terrestrial ground, such as mountains and hills. We've made plenty of discoveries about this exoplanet until now, so let's compare our beloved planet Earth to Proxima B. It is 1.27 times bigger than our planet, and it is much closer to its sun than we are to our sun. Proxima Centauri, Proxima B's sun, is much smaller than our sun. It represents 12% of our sun's mass, only 14% of our sun's radius, and it gives this planet only 0.17% of its energy, and 0.005% the amount of visible light. But it would probably appear 10 times larger than our sun does to us, and that is because of how close it is to the exoplanet. A year on this exoplanet is just 11 days long because of its closing orbit. What decreases the likelihood that there might be another civilization is the fact that plants on the surface can't use UV light. We know that Proxima B is much closer to its star than Earth is to Sun, but Proxima Centauri is much dimmer and cooler, resulting in no ultraviolet light emitted from it. This means that molecules that plants use to get energy on Earth wouldn't work on Proxima B, meaning that life out there should have another form. There are a couple of organizations and institutes that are seeking for extraterrestrial intelligence, one of them being SETI. They are looking for alien signals by using their first telescope, the ATA, or the Allen Telescope Array, and not only. There is one telescope located in Australia called Parkes Telescope, run by the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, and recently it detected some bizarre radio signals from Proxima B, becoming one of the organization's priorities. The idea of an alien civilization that could potentially live near us is truly fascinating, but we are left with more questions than answers, such as, why was the signal detected only once over 30 hours? Among the 300 million exoplanets that could be habitable in the Milky Way, which are 200,000 light years across, it would be a strange coincidence to have such neighbors that could use the same technology as us, or even better. However, there is one thing that we lack and prevents humankind to explore not only Proxima B, but any exoplanet, and that is advanced technology. You may think that we already have advanced technology, and that is true, No one in the 1990s ever imagined that we would carry all kinds of information on our phones. But when it comes to space technology, well, there are some things that stop us to explore more of the unknown corners of our universe. If we wanted to explore Proxima B in detail, even if we used the fastest spacecraft built by humans, it wouldn't get us there fast enough. It would take a long time to travel interstellar distances, and to give you a solid proof, take as an example the Voyager 2. It would take Voyager 2 around 75,000 years to reach Proxima B. Although, there is a method of spacecraft propulsion that is utilizing radiation pressure exerted by sunlight on large mirrors, and it can help spacecraft reach speeds of 20% the speed of light. Sounds achievable, right? Not if you think about how we would stop the spacecraft when it arrives in the Proxima Centauri system, or even to prevent the collision with interstellar particles. There are a couple of projects that aim to solve these challenges so we can travel to Proxima B, one of them being the Breakthrough Starshot. The Breakthrough Starshot's priority is to develop such technology and power systems so we can reach the Proxima B exoplanet in the 21st century. This project was announced on the 12th of April 2016, and it had an initial funding of $100 million, although they placed the final mission cost at an amount that is between $5 billion and $10 billion, as they plan to launch the first craft by around 2036. They plan to achieve and prove such technology by developing an ultra-fast and light-driven nano-spacecraft, and build the groundwork for the next generation's first launch to Alpha Centauri. The project's concept is to launch a mothership that will carry around 1,000 tiny spacecrafts to a high altitude in order to deploy it. Each spacecraft will be called Starship, and they will be incredibly small centimeter-sized vehicles. Then, a set of ground-based lasers will focus their light beams on the Starship sails in order to accelerate them one by one to the target speed within only 10 minutes, having an acceleration level on the order of 100 km per second to the power of 2. Aiming for a distance of 1 astronomical unit that is equal to 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles from that planet is the ideal for the Breakthrough Starshot. A craft's cameras could obtain an image with a sufficient resolution from this distance in order to distinguish surface features. If this project will be accomplished as they claim, this will be the icebreaker for humanity. We can finally observe closely if life exists on an exoplanet, or at least signs that there was some sort of civilization in the past, if we will achieve our goals by the deadlines that were set. Just imagine how close we are to even bigger discoveries. Until then, we can only hope and support the hard-working engineers of the organizations that are fighting each day to get humanity to higher levels. All of these winnings and failures are teaching us that we should never give up when we are trying to achieve something, and take small steps every day, exactly as Neil Armstrong once said. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind.